Nah, people that got mad followers, they be like, we're gonna wait till some more people come in. I can't do that because I don't got a lot of people. Whoever's here is here, whoever's not, oh well, let's get it going. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. On a Friday, best day, best day. She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. I got mine in today. So before you jump off the page, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. What's up, Keish? Shout out to everybody tuning in on YouTube, on Instagram. You know what I mean? Sabrina, what's the word? How y'all doing? Happy Friday and all that. I know the vibes. It's Friday. It's Popovich. We about to get into it. And we is in the end game because Amanda Seals, right? Like, first of all, I don't be knowing who's who. I be fucking people names up. And sometimes, like, faces, places and stuff. I want to say because of jail, you see so many people or whatever, and you just be packed in. At least for me, I'm going to keep it on the eye, as they say when you in the circle. Like, keep it on the eye. Sometimes it'd be hard to be like, oh, that's that person. But anyway, I did not know that she was the one of the actresses that played in the Insecure series, which I think is a good series. I definitely watch all the episodes, all of the series. I think Issa, the writer and producer of the series, is a talented young woman. You know what I mean? And it give you a little insight to not all, but some women, how they be in their head with their little insecurities, and I think it was the perfect name. So anyway, Amanda Seals, I do know she was, you know, a childhood actress and, you know, childhood star, etc. Fast forward, she's an activist, and oh, but you black, right? Like 3 minutes into the show, oh, but you black. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Like anybody that's for the people and power to the people, I'm rocking with them. I'm rooting for them. However, you know what I mean? I didn't know that was her, but like a lot of people, they get on Shay for some reason. Shannon Sharp show, which is doing pretty well. You know what I mean? Doing phenomenal, actually, ever since that Cat Williams interview. And even though it's a lot of clips spinning in the clip, as I like to say, spinning in the clip, the overall consensus from a lot of people, but especially like the ladies, like where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Is one he was antagonizing her, asking too many questions. He wasn't smart enough to be able to have that type of interaction with her, that type of conversation. And she is a smart, brilliant person, right? Maybe too smart and brilliant for her own good. And that's no knock. They say a lot of people that's, they brain waves and how the geniuses, or people that's just above everybody else, if you will. They're a little socially awkward, or they just move a little funny. They got a lack of tolerance and patience because it's like they dealing with people that's not as smart as them. So you don't really have time to keep catching up people, keep bringing them up to speed, That's my take, right? So he wasn't smart enough. He didn't do that to all the other guests. And he's not an interviewer. He said this plenty of times. He's a conversationalist, right? I don't know if that's the word, you know what I mean? But he liked to talk to people. He liked to kick it with people. And I didn't watch the whole interview yet. A lot of times when shit be spinning, you only get the little clips. You only get the gists of, you know, what's on the internet and what's trending, what people paying attention to. So the clips that I did see, she was explaining what happened at Disney, how she felt, and we not knocking her feelings. That was another thing, like we knocking her feelings. But what I've learned, you know, about her or some of the things, what people perception of you, even though it may not be true, is sometimes your reality, and you can live in your own head on how people see you. That's why you see most people that be like, they give no shits. Some use it just for the catchphrases, but then you really have people that's like, listen, if I can't do nothing about it, and I live by that. And you know, one of those, I think I developed that being inside. Like you get a phone call, somebody passed, your girl left you. You know, something is going on the outside world. You inside, there's nothing you can do. You can take it out on somebody that's inside with you, but that's not going to get you nowhere. So a lot of times for me, people be like, yo, what's the word? My ex always use, you're indifferent. So a lot of times, like you see basketball players, but like he's even killed. Don't get too high, don't get too low. And I find that useful in the sense of if you always worrying about outside stuff that you can't control, you're going to stress yourself the fuck out. That's number one. You're going to start to affect yourself physically, because we know the body follows the mind, and that's why they do studies where they give people the placebo pills. That's not really medication. They give some the medication, and then psychologically, you think they're giving you the pills that's making you better, but it's your mind telling your body to get better, and so the body follows the mind, right? That's just side note, right? My show, we unscripted over here. I'm not going to get deep on y'all like that. And so we know that if you worried about stuff you can't control, or people was painting you as the victim, like her, or people, you know, saying that, you know, it's you. A lot of times it could be, and a lot of times it's not. But she also went viral a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago. She like, yo, the black people don't be inviting me out. I represent for the black people, woo, 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 and And people in the comments is like, yo, you know, it's really you unbearable. So another clip, besides she was saying she was diagnosed with autism or some type of, you know, whatever. And then people in the comments had asked her, I guess she was doing a live, like, yo, so did you go to the doctor and did you get diagnosed? And she like, no, I'll get to that. So you diagnose yourself. You say Issa didn't protect you, right? And I be playing, but I don't. When I be like, a lot of ladies, no matter the race, you know, I won't say it's racial. It's just a woman thing, I think. And I'm not a woman, but I do peep game. I do see, you know, I can't take observation. Like, a lot of y'all don't really rock with each other. Y'all be catty. Y'all have these little fucking battles with each other, jealousy when it's unwarranted sometime, right? And so she like, yo, I think, you know, she had a problem with me. And she said she invited her to dinner, I think like season 2 or whatever. They did, I think they did 5 seasons, right? So I think like season 2, she like, yo, let's go to dinner. You know what I mean? I think this is her boss, mind you, right? She gave her the job. So when she like, she ain't protect her, woo, 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 and I'm like, all right, how much protecting? Because, you know, that's like a catchword, you know, black women unprotected, women unprotected. And some is true, and some is just buzzwords for the internet, in my opinion. You want her to protect you in what way? Like to coddle you, to make sure you got everything that you need, and you should. You know, like the ladies, Taraji P with the color purple, like, yo, our trailers didn't have this, we ain't have this, You should get those things if you wanted the best around. And nothing's ever good. Like, you the top of the top in your industry, and you that chick, you that bitch, right? You deserve to get sparkling water and roses and all that shit in your trailer because you putting on and you about to give a stellar actress performance. I truly believe that. However, she gave you the job. You stayed on for 5 seasons. So she put money in your pocket every year. Every year you was on a hit show. And I'm thinking, like, since that show ended, what have you done? What movies have you been in? What series have you been in? Where was we seeing your name buzz until you came online? Like, yo, they don't be inviting me to the award shows, and I hosted the award show, and woo woo woo, and it's like, All right then, so are you taking some self-reflection? Are you putting that mirror up and gonna make a change for once and like on some Mike Jack shit? Is you putting the mirror up to yourself saying, damn, could it be me? And I wonder. And again, there's no shade on her, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But I think overall, people was like, yo, you playing the victim again. And I don't know how many times she played the victim, because again, I didn't even know that this was the same lady in the series, you know what I mean? And now when I think about it, and when I found out, when the light bulb went off, I'm like, oh, and it was an episode in there, I think after she had the baby, she was dealing with postpartum, you know what I mean, depression or whatever. She went to the hotel, and they was looking for her and shit like that. And I'm like, you know, the other sisters that was on there, and it was pretty much all black cast, all women working. So she empowered women, she empowered black girls rock, and the whole movement, Black Girl Magic. Why was you the only one that really had an issue? So anyway, they went to dinner. She's like, yeah, I thought you had an issue with me. She's like, oh, I thought you had an issue with me. She's like, oh, no, I got an issue with you. She's like, oh, it was in my character or some shit like that. And then still, I guess it was friction, or even after it was supposed to come to some type of resolve, still nothing happened. You still thinking this animosity with one another. And then until season 5, I think season 5, when the show ended, she's like, after that, I just stopped calling, or I stopped, you know, being available, and it is what it is. But it's like, listen, you know, we know Hollywood is a weird place, like from Hollis to Hollywood, but is he good? You know what I mean? Is she good? You know what I mean? It's connections, it's networking, and it's not just Hollywood that's like that. It's actually people make the world go around. Like the stylistic said, people make the world go around. And when you see people that have a standoffish, you know what I mean, 52 block anything that come your way, they network don't really be popping like that. And when I pop in, they network don't really be support. They don't have a supportive network is what pretty much what I mean. As opposed to people that get like, yo, you know, even though you may have people in your network that's there for no reason, or, you know, they just there, they ain't really being active, and you got your 5 favorites like T-Mobile used to do, then the outer, and so on and so on, people in your circle. It's not really supportive like that, because you have that fuck people attitude, you have that standoffish attitude, people don't really want to be around you. And even though you may be friends with a few people, it's like certain events you don't get invited to, because you're going to fuck up the vibe. You're going to be the Debbie wet blanket. It's like, do we really want her to come? And thank you, Keish, by the way. I appreciate you, what you're saying. The colors look nice on me. I appreciate that. I do try. In the street, I'm bum. I come on the show, try to get a little fresh, even though my shit is from the cheap store. I'm not paying no whole bunch of money no more for no clothes to impress people that don't give up. You know what I mean? The shit we talking about now? And you may not get invited. So I just thought that was interesting. They try to get at Shannon. And pretty much he came out, and I thought he was gracious. And then we're going to get off this. But this pretty much what he had to say about it. Because he hearing the whispers. His show popping. You know what I mean? Where this shit at? Shannon Sharp. Should be right here. I know I saved it. Motherfucker. I guess I didn't save Shannon Sharp. Anyway, he viral. And he just pretty much like, yo, you know, it's all love. She ain't even want to hug me. She ain't even want to give me no dap. I had to tell her it was a safe space. And I thought he handled it, you know, classy as he should. I ain't really expect him to get on this platform and say nothing else. Had women in the comments like it's a whole bunch of 3 men. He had him, Ocho Cinco, and Gilbert Arenas. And one chick was like, 3 whole men talking about 1 woman. I'm like, duh. She was on his show, sweetie. Not Sweeney, but you know what I mean? Like, she was on his show. They get paid to talk, so he can't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta cut the buffoonery out. Like, let's cut the bullshit, right? Anyway, we off of that. Let's get into this shit though. I think I did save this. So the baby, he came out. He like, yo, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say no names. Shh, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna say no names. I'll let y'all see what he's talking about. So the baby.
Before J. Cole apologized, matter of fact, I got a call, I won't say from who, I got a call from a certain rapper. It's like a lyricist too, like a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all know
Lyricist?
him. If I said his name, 1,000% y'all know him.
He had me on pause with that. Like,
and I got a text from him. He shot me a text. He's like, yo, he like, hit me. You gonna like this? He like, hit me. You gonna like this? I called him. Like, what up? He like, what's up with it? How you feeling? I'm good. What's up with it? He like, you wanna go up? How you feeling? You wanna go up? I'm like, what's up? Talk to me. He say, man, all the back and forth between J. Cole and Kendrick got me fired up.
Fired up.
Cause like we should diss each other. You know, we cool behind closed doors. We should diss each other. You know what I'm saying? We cool, we know we cool, but bro, I just feel like it'll just go crazy and yada yada yada. And I told him, I kind of like, you know what I'm saying, responded like the same way I told him, I'm like, look, I'm like, I know for a fact what that'll do, right? But I'm like, at the same time, it's a little more personal with me. Like I'm not about to say certain things about you if I don't really feel a certain way about you. You get what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, that's out of respect for you. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, cause it's, you know, it can go either which way. Like with me, like I'm a, you know,
so
like,
you don't really want the smoke.
It wasn't even that what I was telling him, even though I feel like don't nobody want that. And see, this beat done made this me. I'm playing, but nah, like it ain't, and it definitely wasn't like on no rap. It's just that like. To me, like this is somebody is like, and that's why like immediately when you like you get into the rap, I'm like, nah, not me, because like I can't see you a person like finding every which way to you get what I'm saying, the belittle me, make me feel some type of way, offend me,
and then
we still coexist on a respectable level. Yeah, you gotta disrespect me.
Yeah. You gotta disrespect. And like 50 Cent said, any living thing that cannot coexist with the kid must cease existing. Little nigga, now listen. Your mammy, your pappy, that bitch you chasing, your little dirty ass kids, I'll fucking erase them. And you know, we just talked about this last week. Like, did Chris Brown go too far with the takeoff line, rest in peace, etc. And so I find it interesting. Not that that whoever this lyrical rapper is, I'm trying to think like, damn, who is lyrical now? And I know like with the younger generation, and you know, is it the Little Baby? Is it Kodak Black? You know what I mean? Like, who could it be? Is it Uzi Vert? Is he considered lyrical? I don't know. I know he looking real crazy with with them Birkin bags and them red nails and football shoulder pads, looking like a Mike Jack villain. And who knows what he was doing on that Coachella stage? But it was like that shit was real nasty work. And I'm like, damn. One, I was hard pressed to think of who the rapper he was talking about. And like Ho said, you'll be hard pressed to find another rap as hard as me. I gave you Prophecy on my first joint, and y'all all lamed out. Then Appreciate till the second one came out, so I stretched the game out. X your name out, put Jigga on top, drop albums non-stop for you niggas. Like, and I'm saying, damn, who was the lyrical person, number one? But number two, fuck who it is, right? Because when you put the beat on, y'all know on the channel, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. And this is why, because we heard Cam, give us the little tea, if you will, the little scoop on. At one point in time, Jim was saying, that they should fake beef and, conjure up some what's the word I'm looking for? Some controversy. Like, it's provocative and it gets the people going. Ball so hard, like it gets the people going. Controversy, beef, some salacious, scandalous headlines and your name up in the lights and all of the lights. And it's like, so we know that rappers think of this. We know that. But my thing is this, though. I understand what Baby said. Like, one, you got to get disrespectful. You want to try to win the battle. So how are we still going to be cool after that? But I would equate it to this. It's like sports. When we in the basketball court and we in the playoffs, don't talk to me about playoffs. I just hope we can win a game. And then another game, right? Like, I just hope we can win a game. So just like the playoffs, I would equate what the Baby is saying as far as the fake beef. Bonica, what up? Like, y'all gonna go full throttle in between the lines. Then after that, possibly, if it ain't no real bad blood, we gonna shake hands. We gonna go to the strip club. We gonna go toss some dollars on these same scandalous ass, ratchet ass hoes, and you know what I mean? Like, and we gonna be cool at it. We all right. But when the game is on and it's game time, not game time, even though, you know what I mean, Chris Middleton was game time tonight, even though they lost. We could still be cool after that. So although I get the baby like, yeah, you got to disrespect me and I got to disrespect you. So if it's not really authentic, how's that really going to go off? Because I can't, after the rap song, after we get out the booth, how are we still going to be cool? But my thing is wrestling is fake. Sports, they go at it. Nuts all on your head when I dunk on you. When I pull up and turn my back and hit for 3 and Steph Curry is doing all that. That's disrespect. It's just in between the lines. So the other point I want to say is even though he like, yo, nigga called me up, the lyrical unknown rapper that wanted to fake battle with him, fake beef, the battle rap, right? Like some of them got bad blood, they don't like each other. We see Math Hop duff the nigga. We see what's the dude name? Bring out the papers, Charlie Clips about his pops. Niggas get disrespectful. But some of it, or most of it, is just battle. So we know in the battle, I'm standing right there spitting in your face and, nigga, I bone your grandmother and turn your kid's head off. I spin the block and let off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so even though we battling and we saying shit to each other, it's still just a battle. I'm talking about like battle rap. Moselle, what's the word? Even though it's battle rap and we saying disrespectful shit, it's still just battling. As far as the battle rappers, right? So if you gonna battle with somebody on some fake shit, the bar's still gonna be the bars. We still gonna be ooh and ah and hollering. We still probably gonna be doing that because you can't really write no weak shit. A lot of rap battles is out now. People calling the shit weak, and that shit could be fake, right? It could be some behind the door shit. Yo, we gonna be dissing each other. We gonna conjure up some fake beef just so we could get some more sales. And y'all know what I say on the channel. And it's all for sale, like it's all for sale. You know what I mean? Damn Voice One, what's the word? Good looking on the check-in. Like, it's all for sale. So the baby like, yo, I can't really fake beef with a nigga, you know what I mean? Because I gotta disrespect you. You're gonna have to disrespect me. Then even though we know in the back office, behind the scenes, that we really just faking it and we cool, you still gotta write some shit. So the bar still gotta be fire. So although he's saying that, you know, whoever this rapper is, that's the unknown lyricist. And again, I was hard pressed like Hove to find another rapper as hard as me. Like, gave you prophecy on my first joint and you all lamed out. Then Appreciated to the second one came out. That's a whole reference. I'm like, damn, who the fuck is this lyrical nigga that want to fake battle? Again, when on URL, these rap battle leagues, some of them is cool. They all get in the bag to come perform, to challenge, to entertain us. They say some of the most, I'm gonna cut your grandmother uterus open, go inside, came out the block, hit him 4 more times, he's still alive. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas be saying the most outlandish, wild shit. Then they shake hands, you either win or you lose, you get your bag, and then you go home. Niggas come to the court, playoffs, don't talk to me about the playoffs. I just hope we can win a game. Then another game. I'm going to drop 50 on your head. I'm going to dunk on your head. Put my nuts on, no pause. Put my nuts all over your head. Shoot a 3 with my eyes closed. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. And then after the game, we're going to shake hands. I'm going to get my check. You're going to get your check, and it's all good. Now, granted, when the real beef, when I say real beef, I mean the authenticity of I really don't like you. You really don't like me. It's some issues there. You know what I mean? Like, we had beef or it was a physical altercation. You stole from me. You fucked my bitch. I fucked your mom. I was like, you know what I mean? I'm just making that up just to say, like, when it's real authentic beef, yeah, we, you know, the Nas and Hov, like, you know, AI, me and AI got something in common. Get it? Common. Talking about Nas baby mom. Like, nigga, like, I came on your car baby seat. Foul. Nas, like, you got them dick sucking lips and I'll fuck you up, you really a Tybo hoe. So we see Pac and them fuck dick set and the click you claim, like, so we get it. When it's authentic and niggas don't like each other, yeah, the fight gonna be better. You know what I mean? Like, we just had the fight a couple days ago. Ryan Garcia and Haney, you know what I mean? Boop, 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 knocked them down 3 times. They had animosity. So those, do they make for better theater? Yes. But if it is fake beef and niggas is in the back office like, yo, my sales is low right now. I need to I need to get some sales. I need to get some controversial. And I don't want to sell my ass. I don't want to go on stage with a bag and paint my nails. So let's beef, even though me and you was cool. Just write some fire. I mean, because it's just like wrestling at this point in the rap game, to me, I am a little old school. I am like the motherfucking, what is it, the 69, 72 Dolphins, undefeated. So I look at rap from up here. I'm looking at you niggas like, call me when you get to 12 and 0. Call me when you make it to the playoffs and you're 15 and 0. Oh, then you could come pop some bottles with me after you win the championship, niggas. Because you all is 16 and 1, 15 and 4. You won the chip, but you didn't go undefeated. So I'm only saying that to say I'm from Rakim era. KRS-One. Who am I? The MC, Lottie Dottie. But don't wear Versace. I wear DJs out quickly at the party. If you like me, hip hop is in your body. Not like all this humada, and drinking the syrup and nothing like all that. It's cool. It's the young era, and I get it. It's hip hop now, but it's not like no Nas halftime. It ain't no motherfucking, ain't no half stepping. It ain't none of that. And that's just a quote, a few. We can even bring it up further. So I look at hip hop different when these, the Kodak Blacks, the Little Babies, the Baby who we just quoting, talking about somebody's lyrical, you know what I mean? But anyway, what y'all think? Could niggas be fake beefing just to build it up? I think so, but I think if that is the case, you still gotta come with some bars. You ain't gonna write no weak bars, even though they acting like. We know Queen Latifah is acting, but you still gotta bring your A game, so just bring your A game, you know what I mean? Let's talk about this shit though, right? Unfortunately, it's a wild story coming out of Chicago, and if y'all, I always talk about Chicago shit, cause like I said, I'm not even stopping the plane over there. Like if we gotta stop, and I got a one stop, they have to have you stop over. If it's in Chicago, I'm not fucking around. I'm playing, but I'm not. Mad places where you go and but you black. Niggas be doing wild shit. And the world seems like it's getting crazier and crazier. But anyway, he got a story. I don't got the video. But some light skin, I do got a picture of the nigga. Just so y'all can see this clown. Nigga's a clown. Straight clown boy. You know what I mean? Just because he got the beard don't mean he Muslim. Faith, what's the word though? Just because he got a beard don't mean he Muslim, right? Just because a nigga look clean cut don't mean he righteous, you know what I mean? And just because you don't eat swine don't make you mean. Like being said, stop that Aki before I put shots in your body. Make him feel the hell on earth before Allah drop me. But anyway, unfortunately, right? You got this dude, went to McDonald's, had some people in the car. I don't know who, some females, some dudes or whatever. Come through the drive-thru, order some food. Guess they didn't like the service that they got. Went inside, allegedly spit on, some of the workers, stolen shit. Was being unruly, was wilding the fuck out. I don't know how it got outside, but this is what I want to talk about because he's a piece of shit, right? Anybody that's willing to take it there with a little girl, or even a young teenage boy, even though sometimes boys are a little different and they can be bigger than what they appear to be as far as they age. A little big linebacker motherfucker look like he belong, you know what I mean? Imagine fighting a young Shaq at 14. He'd be like, damn, I gotta whip this nigga ass, but he only 14. And sometimes it happens, and that's gonna lead me to the next story. But, how they get outside, I don't know. But anyway, the little girl is outside, the young girl, 15 years old. He ended up dragging her, punching her, stomping on her head. She in the hospital, critical. They say she gonna pull through whatever. He is locked up. Gave him, I think, a $100,000 bail, whatever, right? And I don't know his history, but again, that's number one. That's whack, piece of shit. People like, the people filming. Oh, why you don't do that? That's like the first thing. Like, when a cop shoot a motherfucker, even though they don't have to. Sometimes you do gotta shoot a motherfucker. Why he ain't use a taser? Why he ain't Jet Li? Why he ain't throw the bullet around the corner like the Warning movie? You know what I mean? How that shit spin around the block, move through the motherfucking victim and catch the perp, right? We want unrealistic shit. People not just gonna risk it all and crash out for some shit that's going on. Would it be nice to do that? Absolutely. And y'all know on the channel, if you follow it, I appreciate you. But the Islamic belief, if you don't know and you don't really rock at the channel like that, and this is your first time viewing, I appreciate you. But hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. And Islam, right? That's one of the reasons why I love the way of life, even though I'm not perfect inside of it. I strive to try to do better. When you see it wrong, the first thing you should do is stop it with your hand. So that's off the rip. They're like, if you see some shit and you can stop it, then you should stop it. If you can't stop it physically, then you should speak out against it. At least be like, yo, get away from that girl. Don't do nothing to that boy. Get away from y'all beating him up and he already in cuffs, right? If you can't do that, then the last thing that you can do, and the weakest of the faiths, is to hate it in your heart. So it's like you see shit going on, you can't physically stop it, you scared to say something about it, or you can't say nothing about it, but inside you hate that shit. You look at it with the, you know what I mean, with the side eye. You look down on it like, damn, that's some whack shit, right? So one, without these videos of some of these instances and these shit that be popping off, we wouldn't know what happened because there wouldn't be no video of it. So anyway, these stomps up. There's other adults fighting, and again, I don't know what's going on. So that's the first thing. We need people to record. Everybody not going to crash out for strangers, even if it's kids. And you may say, that's fucked up. And it's like, you don't know if that person recording got felonies, like me. They don't want to go back. They ain't ready to jump on that chili con corn and I don't care line. Niggas don't want no Wednesday yakisobe and 4 slices of bread. I don't want that. And I'm going to go get it if I have to. And that's for me, though. That's for my immediate family. That's for Mama Love. That's for bro. That's for sis. That's for my little nieces and nephews. You know, and that's if I'm physically there. If not, then maybe the police can handle that, depending on what it is. Not just rushing back for that. Plus, a nigga done wasted a couple of his bullets already. So the next time, it's like you're going. Like you did it in Dun. You from Harlem, but now you're a resident of Queens, and you did it in Dun. Like Dunny, you done. Niggas just ain't gonna crash out for strangers. That's number one. Number two, and probably more importantly, for the young lady, right? For the young lady that got her head stomped in. I don't know how she came outside to get outside. D-Rock, what's the word? My guy D on the check-in. Appreciate you, my brother. Happy Friday and all that. Also, before I get to the young girl coming out, right? Let me say this too. Even if she was a ratchet-ass fucking little bitch, right? And I'm saying it like that because I don't know her. I don't know if she was. I don't know if she wasn't. What I'm saying is even if she was, it doesn't excuse what he did. He should have still never did what he did. Have some self-restraint. Be a man. Have some self-control. That's number one. However, we be on the bus. We be on the train. We see all these clips, which I'm going to talk about the next clip, where students is trying to fight teachers. Where students is putting their hands and feet on teachers. So we see little young girls walking around with no regards for adults, no regards for pretty much nobody. So we know that we have those type of young individuals that they young, got long hair, and they don't care. So again, I'm not sure if that was her, but even if it was, say he came through to the driveway, drunk, high, maybe nigga on LSD, who knows? Yo, let me get a Big Mac, let me get sir, so please wait, hold, I mean, whatever it was, maybe in the back he heard him snickering, we don't know. Even if that was the case, you don't take it to where he took it. Go inside, you spitting on people, you throwing things, you wilding out. Now that that's said, how did you get outside? Did they drag you outside? Or did you come out to fight? And again, even if she was like that, like how we see sometimes, still shouldn't have got beat up, still shouldn't have got stomped. One video, punched her, stomped out, he did it dirty. Even if she's like that, he's all the way wrong. However, for the ladies, especially the young daughters, you got nieces and little cousins, one, don't fight no man. Especially a belligerent, out of control, no self-restraint type of guy. Those are the worst type of individuals you even want to rattle with. One, you're probably not going to win in a fair, square match anyway. But if the nigga is not even thinking in his right mind, why would you come outside to indulge in a brawl? And then that happens to you, you know what I mean? So, it's unfortunate. Shit like that shouldn't happen. Obviously, he going to get everything he asked for, 25 years old. And now you locked up, no bail, chili con corn, yakisobe is waiting for you. And, yeah, that's your life now. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. It's like, wow, why do you just crash out because somebody at the drive-thru pissed you off? Or some unruly child told you to suck a dick or, some wild shit. Sometimes you just got to pick and choose your battles. And I think that's the the hardest part. And that's why I said for the people that's like, you recording the video while you not helping. You don't know if nigga wasted his felonies. You don't know, what the situation is with him or her. And everybody just not gonna crash out for no strangers. Nigga be barely wanting to crash out for the people that he really love and hold dear to him, but he gonna do it. But it's like, damn, do I crash out for some unknown people, even though it's a child? Or do I hold that last motherfucking Yu-Gi-Oh card? Because once you go, and that's even thinking negative, but that's reality, especially, where we come from, where I'm from, like Anthony Hamilton, coming from where I'm from, it's a possibility that every day you walk out, you might have to crash out. It's a possibility. Because what Fat Joe said, no, not Fat Joe, Hov, it's hard not to kill niggas. It's like a full-time job not to kill niggas. Niggas test you when your gun goes warm. You know what I mean? Like, niggas thinking shit is sweeter. So, this the next story, right? This teacher, motherfucker, trying to teach the class, trying to teach the youth. I believe the motherfucking children are the future. And then you got to deal with shit like this. Where's the video at? No, I saved it. So teacher, he like, yo, you see a bitch, you slap a bitch. And then the student jumped up, came to rush towards him. Where's the video at? Anyway, they need to pay these teachers more, I can tell you that. I'm looking like I'm scrolling too back. Anyway, it's a teacher, I'm not sure where the school is at. The teacher standing by the classroom front door. And I don't know why he said this, but he like, I guess they was having a thing, but the video started rolling. He like, if you see a bitch, then you slap a bitch. So something else was said. Then he like, all right, well, come on and do it. Then you see the young boy, the young bull, right? Jumps up, ready to come. Another teacher jumps in front, or somebody jump in front. They try to stop him. He, don't hold me back. Don't hold me back. He gets around them, trying to come, and no altercation really happens. But, it's like this altercation happened. And that's why I bring it up, like, no matter what,
between the teacher and student.
This is another teacher
at Shadow Valley High School. Right there, you see this teacher punching the student several times, knocking him to the ground, and even punching him some more while the student is at the floor. Look at that right there. Now, 8 News Now sources identifying the teacher as Raquan Smith, and that the student was using a racial slur towards the teacher. The incident allegedly began in the classroom when the teacher asked the student to leave.
Now, that's now, when you bring the race factor into this one, and there's plenty of, so I just watched the video. I thought I saved it where a boy smacked the shit out of a teacher. I thought it was a training teacher. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Looked like an elder lady, but then it looked like a man trying to look like a woman. I really don't know, but nonetheless, smacked flames out of twice. Like whoever the person was. Now, when this the time when you got to use the he, hers, and the pronouns and shit. Whoever this person was sitting in the chair with the glasses on, came, bam. We're talking about full force, like a G-force. Oh, you can smack flames out of it. Then she like, you think that's gonna do something to me or whatever? Or you think I'm gonna feel some type of way? He like, I'll do it again. Smack your fucking glasses off. Came back again, bam, did smack the glass. And I'm not laughing, but it's like, as a teacher, right? As a man, as a woman, you come in there, you miss the clock, and you smoke crack, don't you? You dealing with kids like this, coming into your school, they high. I used to go to school high. I know a lot, what I mean? Like you dealing with so many different type of students. Everybody's not there to learn and better themselves. Some people there to, talk to the chicks, look fresh, have competition, do all type of shit like that, to put their head down, go to sleep, and just be there so they don't get in trouble. They really don't want to be there, but they're going to be there, but they're not going to participate. There's plenty of kids like that, unfortunately, and we know here in America, like, this is America. Don't get you slipping. Like, the education and the reading, the writing, all that shit is low. Shit is low compared to, I'm not talking about black, but it's us, it's Latin, it's other, compared to you when you hear, and I've never been to China, never been to Hong Kong, but ultimately, we always stereotype stuff, so I don't really feel it's like I'm talking down, If anything, I'm trying to lift up. But when you hear about them, it's like the TikTok, they got different algorithms, you see that they more, they more efficient, they more alert, seeming like, than us. One of the reasons we put more emphasis on what we wearing and what we listening to and what we watching, and our parents too. Shit like this, now, even though it's like, nigga called you a nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga, but you bitch ass nigga. Called him a bitch ass nigga, and I don't know if that's what he said or not. He white, the teacher black. You gonna throw your whole teaching career away, possibly? For a student calling you out your name, and I get it. Like it's like you see it all the time. What would you do in this situation? You know what I mean? People testing your patience, and again, it's hard not to kill niggas. It's like a full-time job not to kill niggas. Why would you crash out on a student for calling you, out the name? If anything, I mean, if you really want to get back, then you just get one of your little ratchet-ass cousins. You get somebody, here go a little, here a little butter cookies, a little chocolate milk. After school, wash this motherfucker. Like, just, have no ties to me. And that's being petty, and you probably shouldn't do that either, but I'm saying, you don't waste, yeah, kid, my nigga Goody on the check-in. Like, you don't waste your shit. Again, a lot of us we already wasted our bullets. Nigga got one bullet left, like the nigga in the Godzilla movie. He like, yo, saving this one last shot, for when the world ends. You don't want to just go out and waste your bullet on some bubblegum shit. Work in the AM, keep doing. No question, my nigga D. I'll holler at you later. Love is love. Appreciate you. You don't want to crash out because a nigga calls you a nigga. Some white student calls you a nigga. They triggered you. Now you threw away your job. They don't get paid much, right? So, teachers need to get paid more. I know they be tired of dealing with this shit. You know what I mean? And it's the last thing about the teacher, right? So, I don't got the video either. I know I be saying I'm going to save these videos. There was a teacher, I think I want to say out of D.C. or somewhere. She was a good teacher. She was happy to be one of the good ones. Smart, honestly, a lot of her students liked her. But she was a rapper, or she was an aspiring rapper. And a lot of that shit was ratchet, on some Sexy Red and Pound Town and your booty hole brown, right? Let me see, And somebody reported another parent or whatever, and then they fired her. But I went to her page, to see what it was hitting for. She died on the raps, But what you saying and you doing a teacher job is like, yeah, one doesn't have nothing to do with the other, but do we want Sexy Red coming and talk to the students? I know that was a clip spinning in the news maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. She was on her way to school smelling like reefer, titties popping all over, And they told her, nah, we're going to take a rain check on that. So she stayed outside the school, and it's like, we get it, they look up to you, they know your songs, but are you really the one we want talking to the kids? And Whitney Houston, I believe the children are the future. So this teacher, and I don't got her name, but I'm sure y'all heard this, the story. She got a lot of rap to them, kill, selling boxing, your man, and the regular women rap type shit that's out now. It's like, we get it. In the daytime you teaching, but at nighttime you Batman. In the daytime you Bruce Wayne, at nighttime you Batman. We get it. But I don't think those two mix. That's just my opinion. I don't want Snoop Dogg teaching the kids. Even though he ain't been that Snoop Dogg from old, in a long time. But when you rapping about, it's like how Charleston White be like, yo, y'all niggas is rapping about killers, and you interviewing killers, but then you say you for the people, like Meek Mills, right? Use him as an example. You say you want one thing, but you rapping about another thing. It don't really go together. It's like, we get it. You Malcolm X at nighttime in the studio in the booth. You I be your Huckleberry, Doc Holliday, bang bang. Like everywhere I go, all I ever seem to hear is bang bang bang. Like you shooting shit up, but in the daytime you want to put your your suit on and your good man outfit, and we need to stop the killing, and we need to we do need to stop that, but we also need to stop hearing it probably. And if you want to rap and be authentic to who you are and what works for you, then maybe that's not your lane. And again, I don't want to dictate what anybody is going to do what they like. Like, this your life, we only get one, and la 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 la, wait till you get your money right. Like, do you. But it just looks funny because people are looking with the side eye like, you telling me to put the guns down, but you and your raps, you got the guns up. So it's a contradiction. And everybody not perfect, so we're going to make some mistakes, but it's like, come on now. You know what I mean? Then we got this shit right here. We got this shit right here. Mayweather arguing with the Mr. Haney guy, right? And I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was. Obviously, his son just fought and had a fight, etc. And this is his son. So I guess King Haney.
Is that you? Talk to me.
Bill Haney.
Is that you or is that the AI?
It would be the AI version if you want it to be.
No, I mean, well, I mean the PF. I mean, why they?
No, because
So it's just like
I got
y'all all
I
saying
got my
this.
on that social media page. When I want to get on that, I get on that. But it's one of my guys. What's going on, family?
what are you?
Talk to
One
me.
of your guys. I mean, you
One
call
of my guys. One of my.
you call for me.
So if y'all ain't familiar with it, it was definitely some arrogance, and I guess, and I'm talking about from Bill, I mean, who I didn't know prior to, I didn't know that was his son Haney, you know what I mean? And anyway, you called for me, like this way he was talking to him. Now apparently, I did watch the whole video, which was like 19 minutes of the live, and I guess he's about that action, he's about that life, and you ain't really about that. You ain't really about that. You ain't really about that life, Grapevine. And I guess he's a street dude or was or whatever. And, coming at Mayweather real aggressive. And Mayweather kept his composure for the most part. Definitely, Mayweather spaz out or, obviously he money Mayweather. He got all the money in the world. You really ain't going to touch him on that level. He's undefeated in the ring, so ain't nothing you can say about that. And, as he said on here, I'm undefeated in life as well, homie. Like, what you mean you undefeated in life? We all take L's, nigga, and woo, 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 and but pretty much it just seemed like he wanted to thank you. You know what I mean? Like, can you thank me for, making sure your kids was good? I guess his kids was somewhere, in the streets, as he was saying. And he a street nigga. He like, I'm still out here and woo, woo, woo. And you got to make sure your kid's good. You spending all this money on these bitches and you woo, woo, woo. And then you, And Mayweather like, oh, why are you watching my pockets? That's number one. Number one, like, why are you watching my pockets? Number two, once your kids get to a certain age, which I agree, they're going to do what the fuck they want to do, like he said. So it's only but so much parenting and fathering I can do once they get of a certain age and they got their own minds, they got their own lives, they got their own passions, etc. Just like 50 Cent, you know what I mean, with his son Marcus. You know what I mean, like, yo, Marquise. So when you get to a certain age, you believe what your mama said when you was younger, but now you're a grown man, I'm telling you what it is, and you still not trying to hear it, or you still feel entitled, or you're going to disobey what I'm saying, and I took care of you, made sure you ain't have to live poor, live, medium class or whatever, like you up here. You know what I mean? You one of the privileged ones. If you ain't going to listen to what I say, then you could be gone. And even broke folks, people that don't got it, if you living with your parents and you not listening, you 19, you 18, you 21, you went off on your own, you come back, you 25. If you ain't gonna listen to what they say, then you're gonna get the fuck out. That's just reality. So he telling, Bill, like, listen, bro, my kids is of a certain age, they gonna do what they want to do. And I'm cool with that. They don't want, like, I ain't gotta provide or do X, Y, Z. He like, yeah, but they ain't have no car, people was mobbing them or whatever the case, and I had to tell him, like, yo, those Mayweather kids, like, you know what I mean? Like, they the Kennedys. You know what I mean? Like, you Don Corleone, you under us now. So be easy. And that's much love, that's respect. If you know somebody, you know what I mean, and you rock with them, you know what I mean? Or even if you don't really rock with them, but you that type of dude, you got pull, and people of a certain caliber respect you as a man and how you get down. And ain't nothing wrong with throwing the alley-oop, like, yo, those is kids or whatever. You know what I mean? Let them niggas be. You know what I mean? Move on. That's respect. Yeah, you should get a thank you for it, but it seemed like that's pretty much, again, like, I didn't know who he was. So when I'm watching, I'm like, damn, who is this nigga? You know what I mean? But as the video is turning, I see like, oh, this is, this homie father. And he did a good job, you know what I mean? Your son made it to the big leagues. He got knocked out. He got knocked down 3 times. But nonetheless, you still did a good thing. But Mayweather is Mayweather, and, now him and, Javante Davis is beefing. And, that's rich nigga shit. You know what I mean? Nigga doing the dancing and all that. Like, these niggas is wild, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't call it. You know what I mean? You got him doing this shit now. I don't know what's going on. Where this shit at? Thought I saved it. Where's this shit that nigga Dust was doing? Damn, I thought I'd be saving these joints. When you was doing the Millie Rock or whatever it was. Could have sworn I saved that video. I guess I didn't. Anyway, they beefing over some bubblegum shit, you know what I mean? And, it's rich nigga talk, you know what I mean? Like, this way out of my pay grade, maybe, Mayweather like, yo, you ain't get paid or whatever, you ain't do your job, you know what I mean? Same way the baby done walked out, a homeboy telling the girl to get out his face, like, listen, you getting paid, you paying me to do, to show up and do what I need to do. If I don't do that, then you don't get paid, or you don't, you violate the terms of the agreement and what have you. Obviously Mayweather can't fight him. He old now. Maybe he'll get one of his fighters to fight him. And also you got this dude. People like he the Spanish Kanye. Even though he did win the fight though. Garcia, that is. Talking about Michael B. Jordan.
Fuck Michael B. Jordan. Fuck Michael B. Jordan.
Fuck
He ain't say shit either. This dude's a bitch, bro. Literally, I met him in person. He's a bitch. And he doesn't do shit. The motherfucker acts like a boxer. He ain't no fucking boxer. If you really like that, bro, where the fuck are you standing up for children? You like to run around in your movies acting like you're the shit, and your acting fucking sucks, bro. Creed 1 was okay. Creed 2 was horrible. Creed 3 was shit. You're a bitch.
Tell them how you really
know
feel.
Facts. Now what? What you gonna do to me? You can't even fight. You're an asshole bitch. And we already know why you unfollow me. And we already know why.
So I guess he unfollowed him, the nigga mad now. I really don't know. Calling out people that's not boxers and you a professional boxer is a little weird. You know what I mean? And it's just like, listen, I'm not sure with the kids. I had heard something. People was like, I think they was asking Charleston White about some shit he was saying. He seen something get done to the kids. It was like, wow. So I just kind of seen it and didn't really pay it no mind. So now when I seen this, I'm like, damn, maybe what he's saying, is it true what's going on with the kids? We don't want to really hear, bad stuff happening to no kids. Speaking of boxers, we did have Bruno, Adrian Broner online. Women was dragging him, men was dragging him. And he pretty much like, yo, the price of buns is so sky high right now that it should be written off on taxes. And you know what I'm gonna say on the channel, if you rock with the channel, cause that's your money, son. Cause that's your money. Like you out here buying buns, and I get it. I get it. We ain't gonna talk about it, but I get it, right? Fully versed, well versed, right? And I'll leave it at that. Number one, ladies, right, for like trick niggas in rule one, y'all be contradicting yourself, and you be showing the hypocrisy. One is like, let the sex workers live, right? A lot of y'all friends are sex workers. A lot of y'all family members are sex workers. And it is what it is. A lot of the stuff that's being pushed now, fans only, etc., the back pages, the Tinders, fake dating sites, but they really bun sites. Those is all selling buns, box sites, right? Cool. We get it. We accept it. Some of us. What y'all fail to realize is some men don't mind paying. They want to pay. They want to pay, so after they have their way, you can go away. I know that might sound harsh, and in reality, it's like you think you're the baddest and you think you got the best boxer in the world. You really don't. And for people that got money, the James Hardens of the world, people that's getting $300,000 a game, if you selling it for the low, like what's the chick, Diamond the Body? Mike, what's the word? Thanks for the check-in. Hit the like button, right? She got 2,000 bodies. She trying to get to a certain amount of money, and then she gonna retire. And she charging $5,000 per, per transaction. She a sex worker. For a nigga like James Harden, the Mayweathers, and just people that got money. You know what I mean? Niggas that's scamming and swiping. You think you getting over by getting 5,000, but he's getting over because he gonna have his way with you. And then the Diamond the Body chick, she like, yeah, some of them raw. Tasha K just interviewed her. She like, yeah, I ain't catch no STDs yet. I ain't never been burnt yet, and me neither. You know what I mean? You looking at her with the side eye though, like maybe, is you telling the truth? What you talking about, Willis? Is you telling the truth? 2,000 people when you ain't have no STDs and some of them is popping you raw? But she like, for the money that they spending, they want the full girlfriend experience. They want the girlfriend experience. You know what I mean? To come in, meal be made, get your back rubbed, get your feet rubbed, get pampered, and then doggy style with the anal. Right, I know. And my ears, like, yeah, doggy style with the anal. You know what I mean? All type of toys and your noise. And then I'm gonna send you back home to Atlanta, send you back to motherfucking West Piscataway, and then next week it'll be somebody else. But again, for the people that got money, that's no money. So you just gave your body, your mind, you like, I got 5 bands. And in their mind, they just had their way with a sex worker. And so anyway, Adrian Broner, he like, yo, you know what I mean? This shit need to be, you know, maybe he was trolling. You know, this shit need to be written off on taxes and woo, woo, woo. And I was like, fellas, if you gonna pay, right? But don't be the trick in this sense, like, and obviously when they say when you tricking, that's what it is when you paying. But I mean being a sucker with it, like just letting them tell you all astronomical, they just taking advantage, even though you got the money. You being when I mean being a pushover, and when I say trick, I mean being a pushover. Because again, niggas that got money, they don't mind. Like T.I. said, it ain't tricking if you got it, and you can have whatever you like. Like you can have whatever you like, because I got it. So whatever you want, cool. After I give you whatever you want, then I get what I want. You know what I mean? Back shots, booty clapping sounds, right? And so, just don't be the herd, though. You know what I mean? And also, too, coming online. And it's all for sale, like everything's for sale. And then that's why you got the drizzle, and niggas like, yo, I'm not paying for shit. If you can't meet me up here, and you ain't, you know what I mean, flying me out and buying dinner, making sure my haircut is good, making sure I got Gucci, Fendi, Prada on my feet, I'm not even talking to you. You can't even breathe the air I breathe. Don't you know who I am? These hands is licensed. I'm not never paying for nothing. I understand why people were saying. I understand why people was taking that approach. He just looked at a little bad behind that. Let's talk about this shit though, who looked bad. Because this shit was another wild story. And that's spinning in the clip. So we got I do got the video for this. So we got Neil, right? You know what I mean? And, you know, she makes the hammer. I mean, we got my guy Neil. He got a lot of hits under his belt. You know what I mean? He could definitely do a verses. Did he do a verses or did he not? I don't know. Anyway, you know, so he got caught cheating a few times. He was married, got divorced, had kids on his wife and all that. You know, he took the back route, but now he not doing that. To my knowledge, he not doing that. Now he on the up and up. You see him walking with 2 joints. TMZ running down on him like, yo, you know, you think you can live polygamous and, you know, ooh and ah, and, you know, they asking the girls, ooh, and he got money. Chicks in the comment like, he ugly. If it wasn't for his money, he wouldn't be there. Duh. A lot of women ain't gonna be there if you ain't got no bread, even if you're not famous. But anyway, this what the chick did though. Right?
Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr. Tell him about the freak off.
Diddy Jr.
He calling the police, y'all. He calling. No, I didn't give a listen.
Wow.
No, you know what you did. You body slammed on the floor. Come on, police.
You're lying.
Tell him the real you. 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 And while we're here today. Tell him why we're here today. Shut boy, refuse to remove me. Why? Because the commotion. How did the commotion start? What did we talk about? What did I ask of you?
What did we talk about?
All of that is irrelevant.
All that shit is irrelevant, bitch.
Okay, so you calling the police?
Sure is. To remove you from the property.
Y'all, guess what? Over what? Because he want hoes over the house while his kids is here.
So
like, he likes to have hoes, drugs, and weed, alcohol, mushrooms, and prostitutes in the house while his kids are here. Really? Everyone has asked him to stop, but he will not listen to nobody. This is what's going on. This is the tea.
This is
while the bitch is in the house, I asked him not to bring the in the house. I even came over here to help him with these kids because he won't watch these kids.
So you gonna help me watch?
Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr. Tell him about the freak off. Tell them about the freak off. Tell them the truth. Tell these people the truth. Oh, shut the fuck up. You don't give a fuck up for none of these kids. Do y'all see a fucking picture in his house of a fucking kid? He don't care about these kids. All he care about is doing drugs, drinking alcohol, fucking these hoes. That's what you care about. So let's go. I'm a Diddy bop the fuck up out of here. You and your freak off. You can get back to your freak off in a minute. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. Your stories will be coming out next. He gonna say, my daughter crying. You gotta go. But the hoe gonna stay, huh? The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay?
She mad, bro.
The hoe gonna stay?
Tell her why you mad, sis.
Excuse me.
Why can't you just be at home with your kids?
Why can't you just get out?
Why you just can't be at home with the
Leave me
kids?
alone.
Why you can't be at home with the kids? Is that hard for you to lay in the bed and lay down with your kids?
No, I've done it before.
No, you don't do it. That's the problem. That's why I'm here, and you know that. And you know that.
Her voice is annoying. I mean, to say the least. Her voice is very annoying. That's number one. All right. Hold on one second. We on a few different platforms. Gotta make sure my shit is good money. Hold on just one sec. Wait just one sec as I get down and reappear. New flavor in your Here comes the brand new flavor in your I'll be back on the phone. Had a little misfunction. Alright, so check it out, alright? Number one, obviously you gotta put the accountability on the man, right? Or at least I always try to say, what did I do wrong? Where did I mess up at? How could I get better? How can I make sure that this doesn't happen next time? One, you can't just be skeeting and everything. Any little scallywag got a nice little smile, you know what I mean? Got a nice little big butt and a smile, cook your little oxtails and carry goat and all that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to get caught up with the wrong woman. That's number one. Just like ladies, you don't want to get caught up with the wrong guy. You know, y'all choose wrong. We be selecting wrong. We just be choosing motherfuckers just because it feels good. Make me feel good. Holly Berry, make me feel good? And is that a nipple? Or is that a smidgen of a nipple? I'm being funny, but I'm not. That's number one. So we know that he was married, was fucking with her. So she was fucking with him while he was married. He popped off. She was the side bitch. You know what I mean? She was the side heifer. You know what I mean? And she got pregnant. I don't know how many kids they have. I ain't dived too much into it. But look what she doing. Utterly and totally disrespecting him. Diddy Jr., you a bop ass nigga. You calling police. You a fuck ass nigga. All this while the daughter's in prison, right? And I guess the other female. All because he don't want to deal with you no more. You sound bitter. You sound like you haven't moved on. Why haven't you moved on? I'm sure you're getting child support. I'm sure you got what you wanted as far as the financial gain. And I don't really know her like that, but I was in the comments of, just spinning on a few different joints. And one of the chicks was like, I was talking to OG Shabazz, right? The brother OG Shabazz on Instagram anyway. So she like, OG Shabazz, you know, this is not really her. You knew her in real life. You wouldn't even be thinking of this. And I comment like, oh, nah, we all have different sides to us. We all have different facets to us. We're not just one way all of the time. But this is definitely her. This is definitely her. We all got different sides to us. Sometimes we may be introvert, outrovert, we happy, we not happy. We have, I won't say mood swings and some bipolar shit. Riri on the check-in. What's the word? Happy Friday. But meaning like we all have different sides to us. Because the lady in the comments was like, this is not her. If you knew her, you would think differently of her. And it's like, nah.
You know that though.
This
and you
is
know
her.
that. And you know that.
This is her.
I know that. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut your bitch ass
Shut
up. Diddy Jr. Like, come on.
Shut
You know what I mean? Like, Diddy
Take
Jr.
care of your kids and shut the bitch.
Take care of your kids and shut the fuck up. Juice Man, what's the word? Like, so, although I'm like, yo, you might be a friend, you might be a relative of her, so you may know her more intimately than we know her. And again, this could be her, part of her, who her character is. And she also could be feeding the homeless at nighttime. Like, both can be true. But that's utterly and totally disrespect. So first, fellas, gotta watch who you give your seed to, because once you give it to them, it's out of your hands. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Ladies, the counter to that is don't let anybody shoot your club up, you know what I mean, and then still have the kid, or you might be a single mom, you know what I mean, and that's unfortunate. But this is totally, utterly disrespect, and then what do you gain out of it? You was with him when he had a whole life, so you had no morals, you had no scruples. Oh, let me guess, he manipulated you, told you, I'm gonna leave my wife, and honey, tell the kids I love him, I'm never coming home. This ain't Harlem Nights, bitch. You know that man wasn't leaving his wife, and even though he did, right? He ended up leaving his wife, and now he's living a single life. Like, single ladies, clap your hands. See him walking down the street. I think they was in Hollywood. TMZ ran up on him. You know what I mean? Asking him about polygamy and, what it is to be monogamous. Can he ever live like this again? And, he just was smiling, not really saying too much, answering the questions. And then the two black chicks that he had with him, when he wasn't giving them the response that they wanted, it was a female TMZ lady. They're like, so what about you? Do you think you can live polygamous, you know, and live that type of lifestyle and sharing a man? And she just was smiling. And it's like, listen, do whatever works for you. People could judge you, they're gonna judge you anyway. So do what works for you. If you could come out in the open with it and you're not hiding in the dark, because they say, you know, what's number one, what's done in the dark will come to the light. But if you're not afraid of the light, then come out of the dark and just let it shine. She all the way out of pocket. Mom, he dealing with hoes and skeezers now, as you said. He might be getting high, he might be getting drugged up. I don't know, I didn't hear that about him, but I wouldn't be surprised. And when you put the beat on, I'm not going to be shocked and amazed that he's sniffing lines or he doing drugs. That's Hollywood. That's celebrityism for a lot of them. They gotta numb that shit, because a lot of the shit they do is real wild behind them closed doors. And maybe he is on some Diddy shit and his case will come out. Who knows? But why are you filming and you antagonizing him? Then if he smacked the shit out you, right? Like the Baldwin, Alex Baldwin, some lady like just say I'm free Palestine one time. And you know, I'm not sure if he was in his store or he was in another's. He was in the store. Chick following around with the phone, and you know he took it for a little minute. Try to be the bigger man, because you know once you put hands on a woman, is you the victim now. He body slammed me, bitch, you're lying. He ain't body slammed you, because if he did, from what you displaying, you know you would have been fighting. You know it would have been some type of domestic violence. There's no way in hell nigga like Neo slam you, right? And no altercation takes place. Hell no. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I gotta see the video. I'm not buying it, because if he would have body slammed you, y'all would have been fighting. And it probably wouldn't even have been. We would have caught the video after. Look what he did to my face. Nigga punched me. Look at this bitch ass nigga. Like, if you doing all that because he got some hoes in the house and he ain't got no obligations to you no more, if he would have put his hands on you, y'all definitely would have fought. You can't tell me that you wouldn't have. All that because he don't want to be with you no more. Ma, just accept it. Move on. Like, Maya, I'm moving on. Just move on. Get your child support. Live your life. If it's why would you want your kids over there anyway, mommy? Because you the mom of the world. You get the best mom of the year award. He's on drugs. He doing Diddy shit. He don't want to spend no time with the kids. Yet you hear her say, so I came over here even to help you. No, let him get some help. Then he can be fit to be, like, how can he be a fit father if he getting high, he on drugs, and he fucking mad bitches? Does that even make sense? I'm thinking me, who don't got no biological kids, I'm saying, damn, will I send my stepkids over to somebody's house that I know for sure is getting high, that's got women in and out of the crib? Oh, hell to the no. How that shit go? No. To the no, like hell to the no, like hell to the no. I'm not even sending nobody else kids over there. I mean, like, it doesn't even make sense. So you really just did to be disruptive, to put on for the gram, and it's all for sale. Like, you just did to show your ass, and that's what she did. I think it's unfortunate, and it is what it is. This the last shit I'm gonna talk about. We about to get out of here, right? This is another. There's a lot of other topics. I got some shit to do. This another thing I want to talk about. The shit going on in Palestine, obviously Gaza. You know, the Jews, the Muslims, and the Holy Land and all this shit. You know, even though that shit is all the way over there, it's over here too. And you see that now with a lot of the protesters at the colleges, Columbus, graduation is about to come, and some people graduate, but they still stupid. They tell you, read this, do it, you know what I mean? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. You know, now because they got the what they call it, the camps and all that shit, niggas got the tent set up. You know, you hear a lot of black folks, you know, like, yo, we always be worried about other people. And I agree, we do. Black people are some loving, forgiving people. We are, myself included. You know what I mean? I'm quick to, you know, maybe not forget, but, you know, I want to be forgiven when I got to go back and Tony, there was no other way, because we all going. Make no mistakes about it. Definitely want to be forgiven. I did a lot of shit that I'm not proud of, I'm not happy of. If I could reverse it like a circle and not be whipped by that pussy, but whip that, then I would change things. Of course I would. I think most of us would as we become adults, we realize we made mistakes. We realize we could have did better. Like Rick Ross said, to tell the truth, I could have did better. I'm good now, but I could have did better. If shit is happening over there to them, we already see what's happening over. And I hate to be unracial and try to gaslight. I guess that's the words, right? We gaslighting this shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that person, but I understand that racism is a real thing. But injustice is a real thing too. So just like the people was, back in the Vietnam days, and the college kids and people stood up for something. If you don't stand for something, then you're definitely gonna fall for anything. So even though it has nothing to do with us, let them people deal with what they dealing with, and we deal with what we dealing with over here. Yeah, we should be dealing with what we dealing with over here, but we can do two things at one time. And I'm only saying that to say, it's not like it's just some war going on. A lot of innocent kids and women is being killed. So, women is the most unprotected. So we shouldn't say anything. We should just be quiet. And again, I started the show with an Islamic belief, not to be too religious, but it's not only is it an Islamic belief, but it's a principle that we all should be standing on. You know what I mean? And I stand upon. The first thing is, if you see a wrong and you can correct it with your hand, then you should do so. You see something happening, if you can stop it with your hand and you can intervene, you should. If you can't intervene physically, then you should speak out against it, at least. And if you can't do that, then the weakest thing out of all the three is to just hate it in your heart. So you may not be able to go over there and stop no shit, and we probably ain't gonna be able to stop no shit here either, because the government is in control. All we can do is vote for hopefully the right people that have our best interests, at heart, is gonna push our agenda. But you black, right? If injustice is happening over there, it could definitely happen here. It's already happening here. But I'm talking about on a massive scale, when they start saying 30,000, 60,000. And just think of the World Trade Center, right? Rest in peace to all those, people that lost their lives, all the first responders that still got cancer, still got shit going on with them. And I don't know the total number offhand, but I want to say it was, let's just say 5,000. Under 5,000, right? I wanted to say like 3,000 and some change. And that's between the Trade Center, the plane falling, the shit that happened at the Pentagon. 3 different shits happened. Pentagon, the other flight that crashed into Pittsburgh, and the World Trade Center. 5,000 people, right? Chino, what's the word? Happy Friday. Then you think about 30,000. 18 of them is kids and women. And now you got the people that's pro-Israel. And if you a Jew or whatever, that's your belief, that's your way of life. Nobody's knocking you for that. You should also be able to have freedom of speech, because this is America. Don't catch you slipping. But I want to paint this analogy, right? In the Infinity War, right? The Avengers movie. Y'all know Marvel. If you on YouTube, you can see the whole background. If you on Instagram, you only can see probably just this. But my whole shit is, Marvel all out. If you on YouTube, then you can see. So in the Infinity War, the whole thing was Thanos wanted to get the rings, right? See the cup, huh? He wanted to get all 6 Infinity Rings, right? And Vision had the Mind Stone. And if they would have just destroyed the Mind Stone, then half of the population would have lived. I'm bringing that up to say, like, you hear now the new, but you hear the people, the pro-Israel, they trying to combat the people that's pro-Palestine. So they see y'all set up, so here we come, we want to set up, right? And again, they have a right to do that, so I'm not mad that they're doing that. But it's like we want the hostages released. They've been over there inside these cages and cells, and we don't even know how many hostages there is. We don't know if they're still alive. Hopefully they are. Definitely not wishing them, ill. And like they being tortured, and it's been months, and it has been months. This shit been going on for a long fucking time, just like the Ukraine war. And again, I'm not no aficionado or political person. Definitely not. Probably not even qualified, but I got opinions, and this is my show, and this is my opinion. So you say the hostages as opposed to 30,000, 60,000. It's just like the Vision. One person, right, as opposed to millions of people. I know it's not right. That's why Captain America, if you're familiar with the movie, but we shouldn't have to choose. Yeah, you should have to choose, but in war, and obviously, and this is the world we living in, hard choices got to be made. They traded Brittany Griner, right, for the Russian, right? Like, you don't want to release a scientist or whoever. Was he a scientist or was he a motherfucking an official assassin? Whatever the nigga was, right? The Russian guy. One basketball player give us one of ours back. A lot of people were like, that was an unfair trade, but it's like, oh, she's American, she's a basketball player, she's a Snoop, she's a dog. Snoop Doggy Dogg, I'm being funny, but I'm not. America said, nah, bring her home. She American, she don't deserve 8 years in no motherfucking Russian prison for no motherfucking weed cartridges. And I agree. I don't think that the crime fit the bill, yet they still was going to give it to her. So we swapped. It wasn't an even swap in a lot of people's eyes. We sending billions, and we about to do 95 billion. Biden about to, help them out. So I asked y'all, and I'll end that time. But actually, I thought of another thing I want to mention before I get out of here. 60,000 or 5,000. It's all wrong when you got to be the one choosing who's gonna die, and you putting yourself in God's position. You know what I mean? That's why suicide is looked at as just down in Islam, and that's one of the things God is not going to forgive, because this is not our life to take. He's given us life. So you just take your own life. It's not for you to take. You're going to die when you're supposed to die. You don't just take your life. So when you got to say, damn, 60,000, 30,000 kids against a couple of hostages, it don't even really add up to me. You know what I mean? And so what they doing over there is not right. So I salute to the people, the kids it's always the kids. It's always the, hip hop, the young movement. It's always the Vietnam, the kids on the campuses, smoking weed and the hippies. It's always going to be the kid movement, because a lot of these people that's in office, in my opinion, these old white motherfuckers, even some of these black motherfuckers, they don't got our best interests at heart. They shouldn't be in office, and that's why we should vote for who we think going to have our best interests. This is the last thing I want to talk about, then we out of here. So it's a story coming out, I think, Louisiana. Some 54-year-old white dude raped some young girl. She was 15 or 14 a few times. I'm like, damn, gotta be a relative. I didn't save the story on the YouTube, the clip that I seen, and I didn't Google it, but I got it fresh in the mind. And really, I want to just bring up a few things about it to get some feedback, because the comments was wild. As soon as I was about to save it, somebody called me. When you open back up Instagram, is something else. So I didn't get to send it to myself so I could talk about it. But the comments was wild, and this is what I want to talk about. So 54-year-old white guy, keep that in mind. He's not black, right? Did some foul shit to a little girl, probably a family member or somebody close. Because if it happened a few times, that means we know each other. That means you around me. You know what I mean? So they gave him 50 years. He's done. He's did it and done. But the caveat, if you know what I'm talking about, if you don't, you might now. So not only do they want to give him, or is he going to get 50 years at 54, so he's never coming home. They're going to castrate him, right? So this is a law in Louisiana, which I didn't know. So I had to Google it, I had to look it up. So that part I did, not about his story, but just, castration, what does it mean? And so I'm like, damn, they could do that to niggas? I ain't know that shit. Snip, snip. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Because the comments was wild, and this is what I want to get to. So it's like, what does that mean? So I guess they cut one of the testicles or whatever, and this to bring the testosterone down. So it's not cut off the whole Johnson, which a lot of people in the comments was like, yo, cut it off in the Johnson. I am Dre, what's the word? My nigga Gray Fire, what's the word? On the checking on my other channel. I see y'all. Happy Friday. So they a lot of the women, some dudes were saying it too, but definitely the women, they should have that in every state. We should start chopping niggas' dicks off, right? And we know that the lady that chopped a porn star, no, he wasn't a porn star, he became a porn star. The lady husband was cheating, she chopped him off. A lot of women was rooting for that shit. A lot of women was happy for that shit, which is foul, right? Imagine if a husband chopped off, his wife's titty or cut her little clitoris off, right? We would be screaming bloody murder, put him under the jail, drop the jail on him like the wicked Wizard of Oz, and like the witch got the house dropped on him. And so mad women in the comments is like, yo, all predators should have this. If you molested a woman, you did this, you did that. I said, well, all right, cool. That's cool if you feel that way, because this is the internet. Even without the internet, we all have opinions. If I rule the world, if you ruled the world, we all would do shit differently or according to us. And now this is the question that I pose. One, they stopped, what's the word? Death penalty in certain places where they put the electrocute on this foul. You can say he killed 100 people, but and that's wild. But to electrocute is cruel and humane, right? And inhumane. Chop your hand, do like wild, cruel shit to people. They stop these things for a reason. You know what I mean? Being isolated in the box for 24 hours and you don't get to come out at all, that's cruel. So they saying that. But a lot of people was cool with chopping homies. They wanted the dick cut off, not just the testicles, right? And I say one before I get into this. If you black, but you black, you know, a lot of us got done dirty like that. In front of our women, in front of our family, slavery, cattle slavery, they did us filthy. Branded us, cut us off, cut our balls off, we bleed out. You even see in the Django movie, they did wanted to cut your joint off. You know, they don't think of nothing inventive. You only gonna bleed out in like 7 minutes, so you're gonna just die. You know what I mean? So we know they did that to us. We know they infatuated with that part of the black man for whatever reason. Some real freak boy shit. So that's number one. And then now this. Imagine if, you know, we could rule the world and we want to bring that law to all these different states. Imagine if we do the same thing to women. Because men is not the only people that's committing sexual assault. So if you're a woman and you sexual assault another woman or a man, right? Should your box be cut off? Should we cut your uterus out? Should we cut your titty off and then send you to jail? Should we do that? In the Islamic states, if you steal, they cut your hand off. I follow the Islamic tradition, but when I first found that, I was like, damn, they cut your hand off? That's fucked up. That's foul. What if you was hungry? I started, trying to rationalize. This is when I first, got introduced to Islam, and a lot of stuff was like, can't do this, can't do that, can't do this. This is real talk, you know what I mean? Some stuff I still struggle with. I'm like, damn, they cut your hand off if you steal? That's wild, right? Like, just imagine that. What if you do it twice? And you both of your hands and you walking around so imagine if we cut women's tongue out for lying on people saying they raped them. You know what I mean? A guy loses everything, like we just talked about the last show, Trevor Bauer, right? Major League Baseball pitcher. He lost out on 100 and something million over a lie from a woman. So how about we cut her tongue out? Are y'all gonna have that same energy? Like, yeah, we should bring that. And again, this is hypothetical because that didn't happen. That's not law. This is actually law about castrating a man. And they saying it could be done 2 weeks from now, or it could be done before he get out of prison. But we know with a sentence of 50 years, he not never coming home. So if you do it, you'll just be doing it and some people know that if you watch the clip. So they're like, fuck it, he shouldn't even be able to beat his dick in jail. Cut that nigga dick off. Jeez. Like, so going to prison, and again, I'm not excusing what he did at all, but we do have laws in place, and this is a law, but I'm just saying, when we have that same energy, and we start bringing other laws and to make an example, as one of the people in the video was saying, like, yeah, he may not, it may not happen right now, it could happen before he come out of prison, but we want to keep this on the table so that we can push out the narrative or show the severity of, if you rape somebody or you do something like this, we could possibly take your manhood, like literally take your manhood. And I said, damn, that's wild. And again, I'm not mad at those people. If you was one of the people in the comments like, yeah, cut it off, fuck that nigga, fuck all predators and woo, I get it. You entitled to your opinion. But if you reverse it like a circle and you're not whipped by that pussy, but you whip that, rest in peace, you know what I mean? So to the brother from Boomerang. Are you going to have that same energy, ladies? Are you going to have that same energy if it's your titty getting cut off? If it's your box getting scarred? Like some people religious belief in Africa, they take the feeling out of the sisters and all. And I think that's foul, self-mutilation. But that's their culture. But y'all picture bitch, and then women, they doing the women like that, and they shouldn't be doing that to the women. And I agree. When I have sex, I want to have pleasure. I don't want to just be doing it just to make no baby. I want to do that and have pleasure. Splash, splash, like Easy E. As you can see, I straight Wax that ass, back up, bitch, unless you want nut in your eye. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want to have pleasure. But they do that to them so they can't. I don't know why, but that's part of their custom. But you see people over here in America, the women, they don't like that. They're like, yo, something should be done. We should make laws in other people's countries and tell them they can't do that to the women. You still can have that opinion, but imagine if we was chopping off tongues from the women that lied on them, saying that they got raped by a guy, and come to find out the guy didn't do it. Because we know there's innocent people in jail. So now, Pac, right? Pac, Mike Tyson, both people favorites, fan favorite. These is the people's champs. Like, the champ is here. We love Tupac. You know what I mean? We love Mike Tyson, right? Even after they had those cases where they served time for the same thing. So, you know, even though it was dropped down to a lesser, you know what I mean? And I think Mike did, 3 years, or he did 2 years out of 3. Tupac did a year out of the 1 1/3 to the 6 he had or whatever. Came home on bail, back on scene, you know what I mean? Got you niggas dreaming. And you know what I mean? Like, what if that would have happened to them? Or what if, you know what I mean, people that's innocent, fake DNA, shit don't go right, or it's not right and exact because a mistake was made and somebody got castrated and now they can never enjoy that part of their life again over a lie. Then what should happen? So for me, I think prison is enough, and that's why there's levels to it. Murder ain't the same as robbing. Robbing ain't the same as selling drugs, and selling drugs ain't the same as some pedophile, some rape, or bugged out shit. It's not the same. Obviously, there's levels. That's why you get a life for taking a life most of the time. You get such and such for robbing a bank or doing. It's levels to the law. And again, this is law in Louisiana. But we know out there, a lot of them states and them down far places, a lot of them laws, that's really for us. They're going to make an example out of this white nigga, but a lot of them laws and them chain gangs is really for but you black. But you know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.